Greek theater began in 534 BCE. Thespis was the first known actor. The types of plays included tragedy, comedy, and satire. The main Greek plays included Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, Aristophanes, and Menander. There was a big emphasis on the chorus of the play. Characters set the tone or the mood of the play. Roman theater borrowed a lot from Greek theater, such as structure and plots. The Romans did not value the chorus as much as the Greeks did. The first play was in 240 BCE. The first plays in Rome were written by Livius Andronicus, who was actually Greek. Roman drama was based on three writers' plays who survived to us: Plautus and Terence, who wrote comedies, and Seneca, who wrote violent tragedies. Roman drama was very influential during the Renaissance. It is rarely produced today, though. During the Middle Ages, theater was based on religion and/or Catholicism. Religious dramas began in churches with liturgical dramas, which are biblical stories. Morality or miracle plays also occurred, which are written on the lives of saints. Religious dramas died quickly because Elizabeth I created laws to forbid the plays to avoid religious conflict. The English Renaissance was considered the golden age of theater and drama. It was attributed to the work of William Shakespeare. Shakespeare is known as the greatest playwright of all time. Shakespeare began writing around 1590 and wrote around 40 plays. Neoclassicism was borrowed heavily from Greek and Roman cultures. It had huge effects on the Western European drama. It was developed from Italians. Neoclassicism was based on four ideas: verisimilitude and decorum, the three unities of time, place, and action, a twofold purpose, to teach and to please, and a five-act form. By the mid-17th century, French neoclassicism was widely institutionalized. Melodrama, also known as music drama, was developed as a form of escapism from ills of the Industrial Revolution. It presented two-dimensional stock characters, which included a villain, a hero, and a heroine. It focused on strict poetic justice, in which the plays always ended happily. It included episodic plots that had suspense, narrow escapes, and special effects. Music played a big role, as it does today, in heightening or lowering the emotions. Gilbert de Pixérécourt from France and Dion Boucicault from Ireland were the two most prominent writers of melodramas. Melodramas are not popular in theater today, but are popular in television and in films. Realism occurred in the latter half of the 19th century. It dominated non-musical drama in the 20th century. It's promoted from Industrial Revolution through social movements, theories, and philosophies. Influences on realism come from Charles Darwin, Sigmund Freud, and Auguste Comte. The scientific method was applied to art. Henrik Ibsen was known as the father of realism for his plays using depth of character, motivation, and social and historical context. Anton Chekhov and George Bernard wrote realistic plays that are still performed today. Naturalism was an extreme form of realism. August Strindberg was known for his play Miss Julie, and David Belasco was known for his play The Governor's Lady. These are two examples of naturalistic plays. Symbolism was established in 1885. It emphasized the use of symbols to approximate the semblance of truth. Plays were set in the past or in a fantasy world. Audiences were baffled with its challenge to realism. Symbolism was not very influential compared to other forms. Expressionism emerged in 1910 in Germany. The goal is to reshape human spirit focused on the distortion of external forces. Expressionism was message-centered, included stereotyped characters, and telegraphic dialogue. Fantasy and magic were embraced. The overall effect was allegory clothed in nightmare. Expressionism was longer lasting than other anti-realistic movements. There was major contributions to Expressionism from George Kaiser, Ernest Toller, Eugene O'Neill, Elmer Rice, and Sophie Treadwell. Dadaism and Futurism occurred in the early 20th century. They were known for their radical ideas and unspecific nature of ideas. Futurists wrote short plays called synthesi, which compressed full-length plays into a couple lines. In summary, each time period of theater has made contributions to the art. Each time period borrowed ideas from each other, influenced each other, which ultimately led to the evolvement of theater. Although some time periods were different and challenged others, it's what shaped theater today.